I don't know why, but I just love seeing new trees grow from old stumps. It's like persistence, you know, I mean, potentially it might not be growth from the same tree, but if it is, that's even cooler. But if not, you know, it's like, well, even though it's like out with the old and in with the new, it's just, I don't know, the circle of life, I reckon. Now I'm gonna be singing Lion King songs all day. Here are more cows with bells down there. More cowbell, please. Hope people like their beef smoked. I'll say the sunny side of all this smoke, you know, even though I can't see the views, is I haven't really been bit by any mosquitoes today. So that's good. We have 10 miles to go, and Butters and Perk and I, they're behind there somewhere, are trying to rush to Callahan's Lodge, which is like just off the trail. It's technically Ashland there too, but a few miles from actual town of Ashland. But we called the taxi driver in the area, and it is 24 hours, he said. And we called the pizza place and had an order put in, a timed order. They'll deliver it right before they close at 10 p.m. to the roadway inn that we called and reserved a spot at. So we got it all worked out. We just have to get there. So we're in going to town mode. Well, one of the coolest bugs I've seen on this trip happens to be on the door in town. These are the packages that were being held hostage by Mount Shasta. Hallelujah. Whoa, look who's here! Hey! Hey, don't shoplift a bus ride. You can't pass by there until you put your $2 in. Look at this guy getting back on trail. Look at those weak legs. Don't have to. Oh, you smell like one too. Well, they got a goat running around here in the parking lot of Callahan. Hey! Back on trail from Ashland. It was an alright town. Ended up zeroing there. They do have an outfitter there that will exchange darn tough socks. So if you're having any holes or wearing out issues with your darn toughs, then that would be a good place to exchange them. There was a nice trail angel who, there are some trail angel numbers listed in the logbook at the outfitter, and so thankfully he was available and he was able to drive us to the trailhead. One of the coolest things about Ashland is we got dibs back. So he had taken off a couple weeks to spend some time with his girlfriend up in Portland and hung out with some of his friends and all of that. And but he decided to meet us back in Ashland, and we'll continue hiking north to Canada. And then after he reaches the border, he'll come back and finish the 300-mile stretch that he was off for. So anyway, it was really cool. We were just riding the bus around town, which that is something good about Ashland too. They have a bus. Schedule is a little unclear and all of that, the routes, but we kind of figured it out enough for what we needed. But we were riding the bus and we knew that he was about to get into town around that time, and then lo and behold, the bus stops at one of the stops and boom, there's dibs. So he was a little worried about getting back on trail and that maybe he's lost his trail legs, but I think he's hanging in there just fine. What the PCT has been missing. I have a new friend. Ragnar. Come here. Okay, I'll sit up. I'll sit up. Come here. Lay down. I'll sit up. Sit. Lay down. Yeah, lay down. I know. Lay down. This spot. Oh, no, this one.
Oh, okay, he's got something going on.
Lay down.
Get one spot.
It's like, I've got to get out of this wind.
Fine. I bed in there. He's trembling it down. Oh, that's it. So this is elderberry. Did you really catch it?
2 out of 5.
This is going to be my first meal since Chester. So it's been a while. Excited. Well, my first warm meal anyway, on trail. I am so happy to have my stove back. So last night I got to cook my first hot on trail meal since Chester. Since before Chester, which is well, over 300 miles ago. So yeah, I mean, stoveless is convenient in the way that you just open your food bag and eat. But I really like designated like hot meal time. So like dinner time should be a hot meal. And I actually ate, I ate a lasagna and a beef stroganoff backpacker meal that my mom sent to me. So that was really nice. And best of all, I got to have hot coffee this morning, which was glorious. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, girl, hey. Oh. Well, this is the first real view I've really gotten in Oregon. Looks like the smoke's clearing up a little bit, but not too much. Well, I'm here in my tent, and this is the first night that I've camped completely alone, like around no other people. I've definitely camped with folks I didn't know before, that were kind of like far off, but I could see their tents. So I just wasn't really feeling it today. Just kind of blah, nothing in particular or anything like that. Just wasn't motivated, and the terrain wasn't bad or anything, but I don't know, I was just kind of taking my sweet time. The views have not been wonderful because of all the smoke from the wildfires, but I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of, not every day is good out here, and it wasn't particularly bad, but it's just kind of blah, not every day is always exciting, and that's just part of the challenge of a through hike, the mental aspect. And I know that there are days like this, I had them on the AT, but for any of y'all who get out and do a through hike or an extended section, not every day is going to be sunshine and butterflies, I don't know if y'all can hear, I've got this bug that I think is trapped under the floor of my tent that's fluttering around. But anyway, so yeah, the guys are less than 8 miles ahead. I don't know exactly where they are, but I'll catch them tomorrow. I know I can do big miles. It's just today I just wasn't feeling it. So I'm gonna get up at the butt crack of dawn and head out early and try to find them. But anyway, yeah, some days are just blah, and then some days are wonderful. So hopefully tomorrow will be wonderful. Here comes the sun, doo 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 doo. Here comes the sun, and I said it's alright. Doo 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 doo. Stayed up in my tent. I had service, so that's another reason why I kind of wanted to stop where I was at. Was researching all these fires up ahead and kind of posted to the PCT class of 2017 group. I found that posting a question in there, you do get, you know, some advice from maybe locals to that area, people who are southbound and who happen to be in town, so they have, you know, information from when they were in that section and all of that. So, but I've found out that there is a fire closure ahead. This is the trouble, is that people who are, you know, locals to the area are more familiar with the side trails and the creeks and the names of these fires and those areas. But us through hikers that are just passing through aren't. So when I'm getting word that, hey, there's a closure ahead and the nearest fire to me is Pelican, whatever, then I'm expecting to see a fire closure due to Pelican Creek or trail or whatever it is. But it was the Blanket Creek one, which is a little bit north of that's actually causing a closure between here and Crater Lake now. Yeah, I think that's where a lot of this disconnect is. You know, people are like, oh, are you talking about the, you know, Blue Mars Planet fire? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm talking about mile 1770 to, you know, 1830. Kind of a lack of communication, which is most of the world's problems, right? It's just logistically kind of a nightmare right now, so. But I'm gonna be okay. Just gonna keep on trucking and keep trying to find the silver lining in all of this. The trail came out right back there. So I came out to this dirt area in this paved road, and I'm looking and I'm like, where's the trail? I don't see any openings across the road. And then I see, boom, 2 cairns. So that would be the way. There's always some kind of marker if you just take the time to look for it. There's the PCT there. And then there's, I guess, a trail that intersects here. But I'm glad I'm not following that one, because that one apparently goes up the tree. I just got word from a southbounder that up here at the dirt road there is water, which is awesome because this is a pretty dry stretch, and I had taken right about 3 liters for an 18-mile stretch because that was my capacity. So I wasn't really expecting Oregon to be that dry, and I don't think most of it will. It's just like little stretches here and there, and you know, you just make do. So anyhow, apparently there's water and donuts, I think she said. So man, Oregon has got it going on with their trail magic and water caches. So way to go, Oregon. I'm impressed. Yeah.
So you're documenting all the trail angel stuff?
Yep.
Cool.
A Sobo who's coming through, passing the cooler the same time I was, opened it just a minute before me, and he got the last Pepsi and the last donut. But I did get some ginger snaps. He was the rightful recipient. He was there first. And to be fair, he offered me the Pepsi, but I declined. This is cool. Volcanic Rock here. Might not be cool after I walk on it for a while, but for right now it's pretty exciting. Which way would you go? Under or over? I'm gonna try to go over. Ooh. Totally climb this. Channel my inner 5th grader. Boom shakalaka. So I'm 3 miles on the dot from the road that's 2.2 away, and Dibs texted me and said that he and Butters got an easy hitch, so I hope it is.
fought wildfires for 13 and a half years in this area, so
Oh,
Thank you.
you made us here. You made us get here in time for a burger.
Yeah. That's what matters, right?
That's what matters. Food, shelter, water. This is Fish Lake. So, me and Perk and Milestone and another couple are splitting one of these cabins out here together. I'm really excited. Kind of little. But it's all good because we have Ragnar. I think it is. Either the mouse is in there or we have demons in this. Nope, it's the mouse. There you go. The mouse ate Perk's toothpaste and ran off with his toothbrush.
Big dog.
Sweet. Oh. I think I've just been a little discouraged because I'm frustrated with all of this fire business. So, which bless my heart, right? I mean, what about the firefighters dealing with the fires? What about the, you know, poor little animals that are getting all burned up? So, I guess my problems aren't that big. But as far as trying to get to Canada in time and, you know, stay true to my through hike, and with me wanting to do every single bit of officially open trail, it's gonna throw in a few kinks, but hopefully as I get closer, I'll get a little bit more information. Dealing with these complications will just make the finish line even more rewarding than it already would be.